Hello, everybody, and I'm Teepa Snow, and with me today is Kiplee Bell. Hey, Kiplee.
How are you?
I am well. And today we're going to address a topic of concern. There's this phrase, there's a statement of like, if you have a really big project that you need to get done, ask a busy person because busy involved people get things done. And I've been in that position. I've been asked to do things, and yeah, I figure out how to get it done. And then somebody else has it, yeah, and I figure because it's valuable. And so that ability to say, wait, I need a pause. I need to take care of myself is super hard to get ourselves to do sometimes, particularly as we look around us and we're seen as really skilled at what we do. And so people need us. And that desire to feel that we're making a difference, and we are, gets to a place where we can have what we sort of refer to as burnout or care exhaustion, care fatigue. And so I'm curious, Kiplee, your take on all that.
Yes, I'm a mom, I'm a wife, clinician, caregiver, okay? Caregiver to a mom who's 90 with vascular dementia. So read between all of those lines, right? And it comes to a point, and an entrepreneur, a business owner.
Yeah.
So coming to a point where you say, pause is necessary. It's intentional so that I can give my best, that I can pour out to others in a way that I feel that best aligns with who I am. But in order to do that, I have to take a minute.
Well, and I think this, and it's not something you just throw in at the last minute. I think getting intentional and getting purposeful in respecting those pauses and that rhythmic nature of a pause. And if we're in a space where we're feeling so like, oh my God, I got 15, wait a minute, what else is on my agenda? Okay, I'm going to put it right here. And it's like, well, that's not really pausing for true healing and true regeneration and truly giving yourself the space to reflect and decide, what else do I want in my toolkit? So the next time I come out here to provide this support, this care, I'm richer. I am enriched and I feel empowered because I have done something for me and with me after this pause that I am rested and I am ready to engage in something a little different, a wider, a bigger, a different view, like a respectful, oh, I'm now seeing this in a different way, and it gives me the opportunity to share it in a different way.
Absolutely. And it to your point about healing, it's an opportunity to prioritize your yes. To prioritize your yes, to not be always the yes, to understand that boundaries are necessary and which yes is most important.
For what purpose? I mean, so for me, like for as an example, I usually work in the healthcare scene a lot, and in families and in communities and in the art of working with people who have aging systems, aging brains, aging families, aging situations, physical, cognitive, social. How do we do that well? And yet, I would also say, usually I'm not over in the financial stream. And yet, recently I was working with financial advisors who go, I have no experience really with how to do this thing when I'm starting to notice, wow, some really great clients are starting to show me things that I'm not sure what to do about. And it's like they're very skillful in the area they're skillful in, and suddenly that pause and the need to do some reflection and growth so that I have some new abilities when I step back into that role again, just like in healthcare. I mean, we all need to really build up our abilities as things change.
Absolutely. It's not just about the aging space. So you and I are preaching to the choir, but it's to come out to several business sectors to say, hey, we prepared for AI, but we haven't prepared our business sectors for aging. You know,
Mhm.
what does it look like when you're taking mom to the gym, but she doesn't know how to do the PIN code to access the locker room? You know, or what
Yeah.
does it mean to enter a TSA line with all the various stimulants and the bells and whistles and the triggers that will affect an older adult person and their caregiver.
And
So
how do you talk mom into using the wheelchair, even though I can walk? And it's like understood, but we get some benefits by this. So we're going to do it.
exactly, exactly. So it's really having a larger and broader conversation to both the clinician caregiver, hi, to say, you know, I know you're personally and professionally caregiver, being a caregiver, and that faucet doesn't stop. So let's help you pause. And it's also to say, hi, you're not in the aging space, an older person, the idea of caring in a non-geriatric, non-medical space freaks you out. Like, let's help you understand what this looks like, and
Yeah.
how to position your business adequately to address these concerns that are here.
Yeah, because success for any business is meeting your customers where they are. And the reality is we have an aging customer base out here. And not everybody is open to the idea of, well, I don't want to place my order on your app. Do you have servers who can say, not using the app? All right, let me ask you a couple questions to find out which part of our menu is going to serve you best. I'm going to pull up my app so you and I can have a conversation while I use the app. But if
Exactly.
I mean, having a young server say, well, if you don't use the app, we can't get your order in, is not going to be what the owner of the restaurant wants to hear as they walk by that table. And yet, a younger person without skill building from someone is not going to know that ability because to them, it's just ridiculous that they won't use the app.
That's it. You nailed it. That's why I love you. That's why you're the GOAT. It's the truth. It's the truth. So many examples of the older adult person in a climate that they don't recognize, which increases the caregiver burden and stress. Like, let's talk about that. Like, the caregiver burden and stress isn't me wiping mommy's behind, okay? The caregiver burden and stress is I want to enjoy my meal with mom. Like, can we order off the menu and not deal with the app? Or, can you give her a band that recognizes her personal identifier so she could access the locker room at the gym or the hotel room? Or, is your
So,
airport attendant trained in this model to
yeah,
understand that we need a little more patience, we need a little bit more time before
see my
boarding?
sunflower lanyard. This means something. It means there's a hidden disability here. And so acknowledging and recognizing we need more in before we can offer something out.
Absolutely.
And so you have put together a remarkable way in which to pause. And what's really wonderful about it, quite honestly, is there's some, at this moment in time, some low cost possibilities to come and participate. And that's really what we're wanting people to realize is we're actually offering in this space a real pause point to go and do some of this. So tell us a little bit about the program you have put together, Kiplee, because it
Absolutely.
is for these people we're talking about here.
Yes. So my retreat is called Heal, Pause, Fill. We're going to fill our cups because we would have taken the intentional time to rest, and then pour. We will come back rejuvenated and able to pour in our respective spaces. Heal, fill, pour. An opportunity to just intentionally rest and to recognize that intention to be off duty on purpose, to come, I'm going to join yourself and myself, our breathwork specialist, um, our GOAT in the physical therapy realm, to talk about various ways to approach the older adult person in various sectors, but also to take the time to just be still. I've created so many curated opportunities for spa wellness, breath work, floating meditation in the sea of Hawaii, in Kauai. It's just going to be an amazing experience. We're going to have a lot of fun and a lot of rest. 18 credits CME for clinicians who are licensees. That licensees and licensed prescribers will have 2 tracks, opportunities for CME that they can do on their own time, either during or after the retreat. And of course, we'll be under your tutelage to hear from you, Teepa. Dr. Mike Chua, Dr. Mike will, educate us in the physical therapy realm and how he became a healthpreneur for those who have the desire to do more with their gifting in these medical spaces. And then the non-medical business person that wants to come in the room, rest, and hear how to orchestrate their business and their offerings. We've alluded to this, right, Teepa? The travel and hospitality, the restaurant spaces, the wealth spaces, financial spaces. Finances is key. We have so many ways to protect ourselves from fraud, but yet, and protect the older adult person from financial abuse, but we don't have systems in place to really empower the caregiver or the ombudsman of that older person to ensure their estate is well. And, as you spoke to, financial directors, business sectors don't know how to do this well. And so this is an opportunity to bring us all together, also to hear from each other. And I'm in this unique position, as a physician, as a personal and professional caregiver, to walk side by side with colleagues who are doing the same thing. Just the other day, I overheard a colleague, a neurologist, who was rushing to get through her clinic day so she could get her father to chemo. Imagine the pressure, the mindset shift as, again, a professional caregiver and then a personal caregiver in this hat. And so it's just a remarkable opportunity. I've built a retreat that I would enjoy myself and plan to enjoy myself, to dip the toes in the sea, to float, to do breath work, to have some intentional workshops and just have some fun. And of course, good food.
Yeah. So why do this? Because if you don't take care of yourself, there's absolutely no way in the world you can be optimal in caring for so many and in so many ways. And the best way to do that is to take a break and actually respect yourself and say, I need some healing time. It's been a long year. It's been a long decade. It's been a long month. It's been a long whatever. And realizing, wow, I actually do deserve this, because if I don't do this, I will not be able to keep doing at the level I want to be able to keep doing. So,
absolutely.
Yeah.
And, I've taken a page out of your book, one of your lectures you gave years ago that I heard, and you spoke to an audience member and you said, hey, you have to say to your loved one, Mom, Dad, like, I'm not okay either. Like, I'm not okay with this either. So how do we do that? And that transcends even to the clinical space, to say to your colleague, you know what, babe, I know this room 10 is giving you a hard time today. How about I pick that room assignment up and give you a break? That breaking, that intentional rest, that awareness of rest is paramount. And that's essentially the root cause of why I built Heal, Feel, Pour.
Because this is hard. This is very hard. And yet we can do hard things with resilience. And resilience means you pull the rubber band but then you need to relax it.
Yes.
And then you need to put it down for a few minutes and give yourself a break. So if you're
Yes.
interested in joining us, and we hope you are, follow the link to get to the retreat. If you just want to find out more about Kiplee Bell and what she's up to, check out the link to her connections, because we're coming together because we believe together we can make a difference in the world and in the lives of people who care. All right,
Absolutely.
everybody. Take care with your care. Take
Thank
care of
you.
yourselves. Thank you, Kiplee.
Thank you so much, Teepa.